Hello, Eleni.
Hi, Shadi.
So we've spoken a couple of times in the past few weeks about the conventional versus strategic thinking and so forth. And then just we proved the case, or we put deposit the case that thinking on a strategic level is better for organizational leaders to sustain the organization for a long period of time and to shield it from any disruptors that might be coming its way. But what I want to discuss with you today is a little bit on what kind of resistance, why is there a lot of resistance to change from a conventional thinking or leadership point of view to really strategic leadership and viewpoints? So what are some of those resistances that are there and blocking that transfer?
Well, I think first is comfort level. In a world where there's so much uncertainty, we seek naturally places to feel certain. We stick to habits that may not be the best habits in the world, but they create some consistency that we're like, okay, at least I know some things. I feel in control somewhere. So I think that's one point amidst all this uncertainty is saying, where am I in control? And how can I use that to feel safe? And this happens at the subconscious level. We're not saying, oh, I'm going to stick to my old habits because they make me feel good. It's that's how the resistance shows up. So it's something we may not be aware of. So we can think about, like, how has the uncertainty really affected us? Are we concerned? Are we looking at the problems and thinking, my God, I feel powerless in face of the problems and feel badly? Or am I saying, what can I control? What's in my sphere of influence, and where do I want to use my energy to, progress my own goals and intentions?
So the first way is that this resistance that we have might not be conscious at a conscious level. So we might be resisting, but it's just the subconscious that's pushing us. And then this is like, can we say this is like the fight or flight mode? You know what? What is comfortable for me is what I know. So I'm going to stick with what I know, because a lot of things are moving around me that I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, what could be some other reasons, if we're not going to look at it just at the macro level, but also on an individual level? So what could be some other reasons of change? Because it can be not just in a workplace, but also on individual, like our food habits, our lack of exercise, maybe. So what could be some other reasons behind those resistances?
Yeah, I think we can each think strategically. We don't have to be leaders in organizations necessarily. I think it's also, uncertainty. It's linked to this sense of, okay, where can I feel successful? And what do I need to change to have the change I want? So sometimes we have to change basic things about us. So we have to change the way we see ourselves, the way we show up at work, the way we perceive problems or challenges. And I think the more we can say, okay, I'll like, the more we can trust ourselves to say, I can handle whatever happens, the more we can take strategic longer view, because we release some, stress of, oh, I have to know everything or be everything, to, okay, let's be realistic. What can I look at? And then when I do look at a longer view, or when I do look at disruptors from a strategic viewpoint instead of a defensive viewpoint, I can add, like, I can see more things. I can get some data points that I can use to make decisions.
So maybe the first thing that we need to do, we're not going to talk about solutions now, but the first thing is that realize that there is a resistance. I think realizing that I am resistant to a change, I think it can be the first step of trying to understand the why behind the behavior that I'm doing. And then once we know that, then it becomes easier to equip ourselves with different tools and approaches so that we can get out of this and become more of accepting the change. And I have to also to say, not all change is good.
That's right.
And this is something maybe we can discuss in another video, whereby we might say, oh, this change is good, but we have proven throughout history that no, that change might not be good to either us humans and or nature alike.
Yeah, point taken. Yeah.
Good, thank you.